Hey Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow, talking to everybody about Monster Musume this week, and we're going on the date with the Mon Squad minus Doppel, who pretty much orchestrated this entire thing so that Tio, Zombina, and Monaco, so that all of them can go on this crazy date with Kimihito, and of course, as we already know, is like he blows their fucking mind and wins them all over and makes them all feel like normal fucking girls and whatnot. First with Tio, with him saying that he's going to now he can alter her clothing so that she can look way more stylish and whatnot. Well, that's her entire thing because she seems pretty confident. Whereas Zombina, on the other hand, her whole thing was that, since, her body falls apart, he probably wouldn't necessarily find a girl like her really attractive and whatnot. And pretty much he does, even though, he does have to sew her body back on, which actually seemed a bit like affectionate, or pretty much that seems like a form of foreplay. Pretty kinky if that's what you're into. And ending it off with Monaco, because I guess for her, she thinks that people that they get turned off by her gigantic, fucking Cyclops eye and shit. It's like, well, he just looked at her and was like, well, yeah, is there something in your face, stuff like that, like her eye wasn't even a problem. And that pretty much ended up making her fucking embarrassed. And it goes from her being embarrassed to talking about, to them finding out that Doppel was watching everybody and all that crazy stuff. Then it goes from Doppel watching them. Then it cuts over to the second part of this episode, where they introduce, now they haven't said her name yet, but technically her name is Lala. And as things go with Lala, she is a Doulahan who pretty much was overlooking Kimihito and sort of saying, like, listen, you are going to die. And she has been the one who has been sending the letters out to him, because she says that he is going to die simply because of the fact that he lives in a house with all these monster girls who do have all these traits and all of these needs, and they all do clash against however his life is. And if you've been watching the series up into this part, just with Mia there alone, with her wrapping her tail around him like every fucking morning and almost smothering him, it's like, yeah, that's pretty much sort of how, that's pretty much like something, or at least like that's a cause of concern. And if it wasn't Mia, it was Poppy, like carrying him out of the window and shit, which surprisingly she's strong as fuck. Then there's the whole thing with fucking like Saria, who fucking is strong enough to break anything just by walking into it. And that's not even going into the fact of like that the whole full moon thing. And then there's the whole thing with fucking Sue always trying to drown him. Meryl, she did try and drown him a few times, of course, because she keeps trying to do shit underwater, of course. Then there's also the whole thing, Ragnar really hasn't tried to do all that much with him, aside from the fact of like when she kidnapped him and then tied him up with her web, but she seems to be the most careful in this case. And I will admit that. But like this entire episode goes, or at least like the entire second half, is that Lala lost her head. Everybody gotta find it, so they leave her body at home with Sue and Ragnar. And of course, as soon as they get the first chance, and Kimihito finds Lala's head, that's when Ragnar starts to do her perverted shit to her. Picking with her vagina and shit, and it's just as freaky as pretty much you kind of get it. Then Sue stops her, then Sue jumps on the body, of course. Of course, they give her head back, and then it goes through all this crazy stuff. But then afterwards, they do talk about like, why the hell is going on? And she pretty much says that he's going to die if he stays with all these girls, because they all like him, yes, but yeah, he's been doing a lot of shit. And honestly, as far as I know, he seems pretty durable and powerful. Like, if he hasn't died yet, it seems like Kimihito's pretty much just well enough adjusted to it. But that is what I gotta say about that. Please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. Catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.